Next up at UFC Vegas 76, we got Max Griffin taking on Michael Morales in a very talked about fight with almost no. Can you check the odds right now? There was no line movement.
Why don't you get your fucking bot to do it?
It will. It does all that. It scrapes the internet. Pulls out whatever
let's see
it wants.
I'd love to see it.
Anyway, and people are calling you out. 291s in Utah. You fucking muppet. Anyway.
Oh, it's a
Max Griffin.
Roll. It's a prank.
Max Griffin, 19-9.
Plus 210.
Really? Wow, that line took off. 19-9 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that win over Tim Means. He broke his hand early and had to turn into a wrestler. Taking on Michael Morales. This guy is undefeated, and he's coming off a knockout win over Adam Fugit. Max Griffin, he's a powerful striker. He's got some incredible knockouts on his record, but he's not just a striker. He's a solid grappler as well. He's averaging about 2 takedowns per fight. He took down Alex Morono 4 times in a loss, Elim Imedov 6 times in a win, and most recently he took down Tim Means 3 times, and that's because he broke his hand and was like, oh shit, I need to wrestle. Taking on Michael Morales. This dude is a beast and has an incredible resume. Freestyle wrestling national champion out of Ecuador. Muay Thai national champion out of Ecuador. He's got great footwork, great jab, nice loose boxing. It allows him to sort of work out really well. His takedowns are solid. They're clean, mostly throws and trips, though. This is going to be a fun fight, and we're going to find out how good Michael Morales is. Because Max Griffin's not soft. He's not a guy you're just going to push around, do whatever you want to do to. Max Griffin will stand there. He'll bomb away. He's got decent takedown defense. Max Griffin could make this a tough fight. I do think Michael Morales wins, right? Michael Morales is a good amount younger, has all the credentials, has a decent amount of experience, right? It's a little bit of a hollow record, but I think Michael Morales should win, but I don't... Max Griffin's got that veteran savvy, strong, powerful guy. He has multiple ways to win other fights. So Michael Morales will win, and I just would caution you to the people who have... I hear that too. What is that?
What was that?
Dude, you live in such a fucking shit neighborhood that I hear the sirens through your window. So that tells me 2 things, Jacob. First of all, your neighborhood is shit and the police are there. Second of all, your windows are shit and I could hear cop cars.
I mean, there's a main road right there.
Oh, great. So you live in a shitty apartment complex off the main road? How close are the train tracks?
What's going on?
How close are the train tracks?
Why are you treating me like this?
How close are the train tracks?
Why are you treating me? I'm just sitting here, I'm trying to do breakdowns.
Just become a pre-member so this dude could buy that plastic that you put over the windows in the winter so that the cold air doesn't come in. We had to do that growing up. Did you have to do that growing up? So you didn't grow up poor, you just ended up poor. That sucks. Who do you think wins this fight?
I still don't understand why you just went in this fucking 6-minute tangent of just trashing me. I was just sitting here quietly. I didn't know where. I was like, oh, those are sirens. I took my headphones off. I couldn't tell. Because actually it's kind of funny. I was like, are those, can I hear those through his thing? Because it sounded like it was coming from your end. So I was about to do the same thing that you did to me. I literally was like, and then I heard the sirens. I was like, fuck. He's going to say something. I knew he was going to fucking say something. Piece of shit.
There hasn't been a siren in this neighborhood since God knows what, Jakey boy.
Wasn't there like a murder or something?
That was not in this town.
That was across the street. The only thing that's happened here is a guy jumped off his balcony last year. Fucking killed himself.
A pedophile, so I think we should all applaud that.
Was it? Was that the same?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't the same guy. I think that was just a circumstance. I think that was just they must have been having a sale that weekend or something. It was just a 2-for-1 or something like that.
All right, go ahead. What do you think?
BOGO, buy one get one. I don't know. I'm telling you right now, this is the parlay buster. I really fully believe that this is the parlay buster, and I believe that Max Payne Griffin is going to win this fight, and I think it's going to look like in my prediction of the David Onama Nate Landwehr fight. David Onama was a very, very talented guy. Came into that fight, had success early, but he fought a guy that was very durable, that knew what he was doing, that had power in his hands, but could also wrestle, and eventually wore down David Onama in that fight. I think the same thing happens here. I think Michael Morales comes in, he's having success, he's doing his thing, hands low, landing some power shots, maybe hurts Max at some point, but Max is a very, very durable guy, and he can wrestle when he gets into tough positions, and I don't think Michael Morales is really to that level yet. He's still 23 years old, he's still a kid, and he still fights like a kid. I mean, he is very reliant on that right hand, and for good reason, right? I mean, he's knocking everyone out with it, but he's got a great jab, and if he would come into this fight and just pump the jab and kind of take his time with that right hand, I think he can definitely dominate this fight, but he still fights like a kid. He comes in there, he has fun, he does some weird capoeira stuff sometimes, but he loads up that right hand, and he does get tired. He does slow down. He does fade. He doesn't quit up to this point because nobody's really pushed him when those moments have happened, and he plays it off well too, right? He hides his fatigue, right, with his smile, and he has the antics. He knows how to play the game, but I think Max Griffin comes in, survives the first round, much like Nate Landwehr survived the first round against David Onam. I hope it's not quite that violent because I had Nate Landwehr in that fight, and it looked like he was down and out, so I hope he can just kind of survive a little bit, more successful than Nate Landwehr did, but I think he has the opportunity to control the second and third rounds of this fight and win this fight. I think this is a very dangerous fight for a guy like Michael Morales, who is a young kid, relies on his power, and if he can't put people away, he will fade, and Max is a veteran. He knows how to get people to the ground. He knows how to stay safe, and he's got power in his own right, too. So I'm going out on a limb here, and I'm saying Max Griffin survives that first round, wins the next two. Obviously, if he gets knocked out in the first round, just kind of like Nate Landwehr, if he got knocked out in the first round, I wasn't going to be super surprised. But, Max is a tough dude, man. And I don't think Michael's quite there yet. 23, 24, whatever he is.
24, yeah. Yeah, obviously we disagree on the pick, but I do agree that Max Griffin is much tougher outing than these odds would imply. And the general sentiment I'm seeing in the comments section and everywhere is like, Michael Morales being your parlays. It's a fist fight. Anything could happen. Actually, let me see who the AI picked. I'm not going to disclose it. I'm just curious for my own good right now.
Yeah, let me look too.
You don't know how to look. Oh, I sent you a picture.
Well, it's in premium, so I can just look at that.
Oh, yeah. That's probably faster than what I'm doing.
Hold
on.
Fucking clueless.
Oh, I know what it's doing. Yeah, I already know. I don't need to look at it because I know
clueless.
I know the inputs. Anyway, $7,200 in DraftKings, $9,000 in DraftKings. It's a tough spot to be in, man, because if Michael Morales wins, history will say he'll win by finish. And $9,000, you're going to get more than 90 points out of him, and that's what you're looking for. But Max Griffin's a dog, $7,200. Probably one of the tougher underdogs on here. I'm not going to have Max Griffin in my lineup, and I may consider Michael Morales. What about you?
I think I'm going to stay away from it completely because, maybe Max is able to get some takedowns and kind of earn his worth for that $7,200 if he gets some takedowns late and it goes to a decision, but he's got 4 or 5 takedowns, something like that. But it still is pretty risky for DraftKings.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting DraftKings card. There's a lot of big favorites on this card. And
fight goes to a split decision. Yes, for plus 450.
That's it? Well, I guess
you can get Max Griffin wins a split decision for plus 900. Heard it here first.
Yeah, congrats. WeOwnPicks.com. Become a member. It's only $10, and you'll find out if Jacob places that or any other ridiculous bets. But we also have
only God can judge.
Tools and information and other things like that available with that premium membership.